months pregnant, I sat at dinner when my mother-in-law smiled and asked, "Are you excited to give birth in our basement?" I stared in shock. "What basement? I'm giving birth at the hospital." "Oh, honey," Agnes said, reaching across the table to pat my hand. "The Mitchell women have been delivering babies at home for 5 generations. I delivered Brent and his sisters right here in this house." My husband Brent squeezed my shoulder. "Mom's delivered over 20 babies for our family. She knows what she's doing." The baby kicked hard against my ribs like it was trying to escape this conversation. We'd been living in Brent's childhood home while our house underwent renovations. Not once had anyone mentioned this family tradition. "I already have an OB," I said, my voice shaking. "We've been planning a hospital birth. I'm high risk because of my blood pressure." Agnes waved her hand dismissively. "Hospitals are where people go to die. Your own mother died giving birth in one of those places." The words hit me like a physical blow. My mother had died from complications during my birth. Brent followed me to our bedroom later that night. I was shoving clothes into my overnight bag when he grabbed my wrist. "You're overreacting," he said. "This is how my family does things. I'm not giving birth in some basement room with your mother playing doctor." His face hardened in a way I'd never seen before. "If you can't respect our traditions, then maybe this marriage was a mistake." I froze. "You're threatening divorce because I want actual medical care?" He showed me our prenup. Clause 15. "In case of divorce due to irreconcilable differences about family values, you forfeit custody rights." My legs went weak. I sank onto the bed. I had no money of my own. No family since my father died last year. Without Brent, I'd lose everything including my baby. The next weeks became a waking nightmare. Agnes started her preparations, which included drinking foul-smelling teas and attending birthing circles with other women from their community. During one session, a woman named Carol pulled me aside. "My sister died during one of Agnes's home births 5 years ago," she whispered. "They said it was God's will, but she bled out while Agnes refused to call an ambulance." My blood turned to ice. That night, I searched online for anything about the Mitchell family. 3 women had died during home births in this county over the past 15 years. Agnes's name was never mentioned, but the addresses were all in this neighborhood. The headache started the following week. My vision blurred and my feet swelled so badly I couldn't wear shoes. Classic signs of preeclampsia. When I told Agnes, she gave me more herbs and said hospital monitoring would just stress the baby. She took my phone the next day, said I was reading too many scary stories online. Brent agreed it was for the best. I waited until Agnes left for her weekly grocery run and snuck to the neighbor's house. I called my old colleague who worked as a labor and delivery nurse. "You need to get to a hospital now," she said after I described my symptoms. "You could have a stroke or seizure. The baby could die." "I can't," I sobbed. "I'll lose custody if I leave. You'll lose your life if you stay." That night at dinner, I showed Brent the information she had texted. For the first time, I saw doubt cross his face. "Maybe we should just get you checked," he said quietly, "just to be safe." Agnes slammed her hand on the table. "Absolutely not. Doubt is what kills mothers and babies. Faith is what saves them." But Brent held firm. "We'll go tomorrow morning, just for a quick checkup." I never made it to morning. The contractions started at 2 a.m., 5 weeks early. Brent ran for his keys, but Agnes had already taken them. She locked the doors from the inside with keys only she had. "This is meant to be," she said calmly as I doubled over in pain. "The baby knows when it's time." Brent pounded on the doors, tried to break windows, but Agnes had prepared for this. Security bars on everything, no phones, no landline in our room. She led me to the basement where her birthing room waited. Ancient equipment that belonged in a museum. Stained sheets, the smell of old blood poorly masked by incense. As the contractions intensified, I heard Agnes on an old rotary phone in the corner. "Yes, the policy is active. Yes, I understand the payout terms." Through my pain, the pieces clicked together. Life insurance. She'd been taking out policies on every woman who married into this family. "You killed them," I gasped between contractions. "Those women, for money." Agnes didn't deny it. "Childbirth is dangerous. Sometimes God takes them home, and their sacrifice provides for the family they leave behind." Brent stood frozen in horror. "Mom, what are you saying?" "Your father was weak," she spat. "He left because he couldn't understand that sometimes we have to make hard choices." Blood soaked through the sheets. Too much blood. My vision started going dark. Brent finally snapped into action, wrestling his mother for her keys. She fought like a wild animal, but desperation made him stronger. "The kitchen," I gasped. "Break the kitchen window." While they fought, I crawled up the stairs. Every movement was agony. I could hear the baby's heartbeat on the old monitor Agnes had strapped to me. Too slow. We were both dying. I reached the kitchen and grabbed the cast iron pan from the stove. Swung it at the window with strength I didn't know I had left. Glass shattered. I screamed for help until my throat went raw. Agnes appeared in the doorway, Brent unconscious behind her. She lunged for me, but I still had the pan. The sound it made hitting her skull was wet and final. Neighbors had called 911. Paramedics found me unconscious in a pool of blood, clutching that pan. Emergency surgery saved my life and my daughter's. Barely.